All right, what's up, traders? I hope you are ready for another reaction. Now, I know this guy got so many requests in previous videos. Raphael, what I've done is I've just gone ahead and I've just actually looked up this guy's name. I completely spelt his name wrong, but that's perfectly fine, and it found it anyways. This is the most recent video, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna react to this guy right here, and he seems to be making a dang buttload of money, and he's throwing a bunch of you know, easy Fibonacci, FTMO, a bunch of clickbaity things here. You know, the casual stuff. I do it too. It's perfectly fair. Let's jump into the strategy. If you guys are new here, this is the most woke trading channel where you're actually going to learn real valuable stuff that is worth more than you're going to learn in paid courses elsewhere. Just by watching my daily streams, you can jump into those by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you do want to follow along, I will teach you guys how to trade on those streams. And if you guys want to join the Discord community, there's a link in the description as well as Instagram. Let's jump into the strategy right now because you know, guys, this stuff's kind of popular. It's kind of controversial. And so let's see if we like this guy, because a lot of people have been really asking about Raphael. All right. That intro was a bit too long.
Team, I hope you all having a good time. It's Raphael back again at the charts, and I want to talk about the last week because right now I'm challenging myself with the FTMO challenge. Because
All right, so first thing right off the bat, he is using the Fibonacci. My view towards the Fibonacci has been more aggressive in the past, but I'm slowly starting to adopt it as more of my own child. I'm seeing a little bit of value in it, so I'm not going to bash on it too hard here. Let's see how he actually likes to utilize it.
I was feeling like I need a challenge. I need something, yeah, to achieve. You know, just a quick little challenge. So at the moment I'm trading the FTMO challenge. I know many of you are talking about FTMO, thinking about joining them, and yeah, so this is what I'm doing right now. Look at my equity curve. I started 24th of November, had a little drawdown. And by the way, if you're not inside of the free public Telegram channel where I share my analysis, because I give free analysis, free tips, just check the link in the description, join the free Telegram chat.
Dude, how do you guys watch this guy? He talks so slow. It's like it's not a fun YouTube personality. I really hope he's got some good value here.
Because as we can see, without the fibs, as we can see, the market was dropping pretty crazy. Then around this area I was thinking about maybe selling this thing. I was expecting that it will sell off, but the market did the exact opposite. It was moving to higher highs, so I expect the market to try to reach around in this area next. So my overall bias were bullish in this case, okay? And then I was going to the smaller time frames like the 50.
Yeah, so he's just explaining what direction he thought it was. He's not explaining anything part of the strategy so far. So far we're 3 minutes in and he's done absolutely nothing but talk about useless shit.
15-minute, a 5-minute shot, and I was checking what was going on, and for me it was clear that I want to look for a buy entry, but I want to get a good buy entry, you know. So so what I actually did in this case, let's stick with Thursday. This is where I made the money in both directions, because the market was market was moving like this. We had a pretty strong push, then Asian range, nothing happened. Then the market made a nice bullish move, snap back, bullish move, snap back, and then we had some kind of resistance over here, double bottom, triple bottom, something like that, clear area of consolidation. And then I was like, okay, now from the buyer's perspective, this is a double bottom, so many stops sitting around in this area. This is where liquidity is sitting. Okay.
Yes, okay, so he's finally saying a word that is actually valuable. He's been going across and he said, okay, it's been going in an uptrend, it's been going in an uptrend. This shit is boring, man. This doesn't explain anything to anybody. Okay, now he's saying, okay, there's going to be stops here. Maybe he's leading somewhere. Hopefully this guy gets somewhere. I don't know how you guys watch this. Is so dry already. I want to just leave in the middle of this video.
So probably the market makers want to hit these areas to make business, of course. And then we have some stops sitting over here, and we have some stops sitting over here, you know. So when I saw that the market is consolidating and violating these stops over here, came in back strong just to get some more buys into the game, and we had a big pool of stops over here, you know. And then when we were slashing through them, I was like, cool, let's wait for the pullback move to get in with a sell position. This is what I did. This was my first trade, but overall I wanted to buy. Why I wanted to buy? It's easy. The move.
My questioning is, why did he want to enter to sell? He's really doing a terrible job at explaining things, honestly. My first impression of this guy is, at least based off of this video, I have no idea why anyone would recommend him as a teacher. He talks as if though he's a student and he barely knows anything. Mind you, he's using a few buzzwords that might kind of click you guys in. But there, you know, it went down here, but he didn't explain any reason why he said he wanted to sell. He literally is explaining that he wants to get a buy because of the liquidity here, and then when it broke down, he sold it, and he didn't explain why. So maybe he'll do that now.
Started somewhere around in this area over here, and then we had some struggle around in this area. I wanted to get in somewhere around in this area. This is the area where I wanted to buy, and I was sharing this with all of you guys in the Telegram chat, in the free public chat, Telegram chat, in the inner circle group chat, and all that stuff. So if you're not in yet, check the link in the description, get in there to get educated around and to get setups like this. So my idea when the market was somewhere around here was to wait until it hits that area, because I knew it will violate these stops from the buys over here and trick some sellers into the market. Then same thing on here, on this spot, same thing, boom, stops get hit. Some people maybe thought this is a stop on, they buy too early, get fucked again, boom. And then we had this kind of a double bottom where we have a lot of stops sitting as well, and yeah, it all got violated. So it was, for me, it was an easy catch. I was just searching for, okay, where want the market, what does the market maker wants to do, where does the market maker wants to drive price first, where he wants to make business.
Okay, I gotta pause this, and I want to jump over to my own charts here and just see. I looked at the date. I think it was the 3rd. He posted this last week. So let's look at this on a higher time frame to see what it actually looks like on the higher time frame. Maybe we can make sense of what actually happened, because what he's doing is just explaining it terribly. And what I really want to do is hopefully explain things better to you guys. Maybe this guy actually has value, but he is just a god-awful teacher, at least in this video. So let's look at here. He had a gold on the 5 minute. So we jump over to What do we got here? Gold on the 5 minute on the 3rd. So let's scan that back. And he was looking at roughly this liquidity zone right here, right? That's essentially what he was looking for. He's just talking garbage when he's talking about these levels here. Mind you, this could have easily been a scalp here. The reason that we didn't enter a trade here is because it didn't purge that liquidity at all, right? When it did purge it, it didn't actually reverse strong. It just continued down. Does that make sense? Hopefully this makes more sense to you guys. This is what he's trying to explain, but I see it. He's just a bad teacher, right?
Pretty crazy.
So he's then, when it does break into that liquidity, once it comes back down, back up, it doesn't actually break back up with momentum, and it just breaks all the way back down. So the next liquidity purge is not actually this one, because this is not really a zone of liquidity. It's a simple retest of a demand zone. So he's actually wrong about that, just so you guys know. And the next level, I mean, there is stops here, but I don't consider that liquidity, right? The next level is obviously this one, which on the higher time frame we can see is right here, right? So what do we actually match up to? Let's look at the 15 minutes, see if it looks like anything, just to see roughly where does that go to. Right around here, that's the level, right? So you can see that this is a much cleaner level for it to be hunting rather than on the 5 minute. It looks much cleaner. Throw it back on the 1 hour. Hopefully it's a much more easy for you to view in this case, so that you can kind of understand how that's looking, right? The 1 hour closes very, very strong up here. Let's get rid of this garbage once again. And you can see that that was the actual level of consolidation. Anyone who had gotten long in this area, they simply put their stops right here because that was the very obvious level, right? And then it came back with massive momentum sweep. And then it continued to the upside, right?
Trend move, so I knew most of the people are long, so I'm sure they wanna fuck them up, and I wanted to be on that side that fuck them up, you know. So I was pulling my fibs for the quick sell over here. I was pulling my fib from here to here. The thing was, it was not really hitting. It was kind of like hitting the 61.8% if I'm not using the wick, you know. So I was like, okay, fuck it, let's get in. And I was getting in over here, then I saw double top. Okay, cool, scaling.
So it looks like he's using for the downtrend here. This is why he took the short then, because he saw this liquidity purge and it didn't actually come back up. And then when it did reject off of that 61, I guess he's using 61 as his general buy area. And that was when he decided to take a short, because it did look like it wasn't actually going to break the momentum to the upside. This to me is risky, but he got it right here. That's just my opinion.
In some more, then I was moving my stop a little bit, scaling in some more, and around in this buy area where I wanted to buy, I was closing the position with a pretty nice profit of around, I don't know, 2,500 to 2.5% or something like that. So this was the first trade. I wanted to buy, but I saw that the market wanted to grab liquidity, and I was using this for my advantage to ride both sides of the market, you know. So I was selling first, making my catch, then I was getting a buy entry, small position, because I didn't want to risk my
He's kind of doing something in a sense that I've talked about in a previous video, where, you know, you're waiting for your major setup here, so you know it's going to be coming down here because you know the liquidity is there, so you can use the momentum of the smaller scalps in order to bring you there. It's kind of a riskier way to do it. The only problem I see with this is because we created so much stops right here, this easily could have blown through. I think that's a really bad area to buy up, but yeah, we'll see.
Profits that I made on the sell, had a small position, and then this thing was just moving straight to the top, and I was scaling in some more and more and more and more and more. And unfortunately, I was getting stopped out somewhere around here because I was right in the 1 minute chart, and I was not patient enough to wait for the market to hit these triple top over here. Because listen guys, if you see that the structure gets broken like this, people are going to sell and they have their stops over here. So for me it was clear when I'm getting in here, because when all of these getting fogged, when I'm getting buy over here, when everybody is panicking, you know, when all the buyers are panicking, I'm buying. Oh yeah, and then market was skyrocketing to the top, easy catch, and the target is this liquidity pool over here.
Yeah, okay.
It is a very clear resistance level, and
he's definitely got really good clear targets. He knows where price is going to be going generally. This is essentially, you know, he knew price was going to come down here. He knew that after it didn't show any bullishness after that level, that it was going to come down to this level. This is useless. He knows that once it bounces off this, it's going to come to there. This guy seems to know what he's doing overall. He's using really good liquidity concepts, really good smart money, big bank type concepts, and you know, I don't doubt that he actually took this trade when it was live, because he seems to know exactly what he's talking about. He's not very good at explaining it.
Many stops sitting there, so the market makers want to hit these stops to make business, of course, and this is what happened on Friday. But I was not patient enough to wait for that. I was scaled in too big. Unfortunately, I couldn't make so much money on that move because I was moving my stop too tight. I didn't want to risk, because you know I'm in the challenge, and I was like, okay, let's put in big lots, and if it runs straight to the top, I'm finished with the challenge and goodbye. It didn't. In fact, at the end, it didn't did this, but I'm okay with the overall profits for the week. In 1 week, I'm up around 5.3% with straight risk management. Even if I had one bad trade where I was risking 2% stupidly on gold, that really sucked. But my other trades were pretty accurate and I made some good money, so we're overall around 5% up for the week, which is a good start.
All right, guys, I think that's basically enough for the video. He's only basically talking about that one trade that he took. He goes on about FTMO and whatnot. If you guys do like to follow this guy, I do think he's a little bit dry. I was making fun of him there, obviously. I'm curious, actually, to see some more. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys want to see more of this guy? Because I'm kind of intrigued, if I have to say. If I have to be honest, like, he's so freaking dry, but I want to watch more of his shit. So, because I think it might be a good blend of kind of what I'm going about here too. Very similar concepts that could help some of you guys. If you guys do want to watch some of his stuff, what's his name? Raphael Palm something. There'll be a link to the video in the description for this actual video that we watched here, so you guys can check that out. I think he just posted it last week, so if he does watch this video, best of luck to you, man. The other thing I'll say is, frickin' be a little bit more energy behind your videos and you're gonna frickin' blow up, because yeah, you got some good concepts, and would love to see you be able to explain things better, a little bit more energy. That's all I have to say about that. If you guys want to join a Signal group, link in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.